If you want to know why I believe that NXT firmly planted their flag last night and told AEW that they are not messing around, stick around because I'm going to explain how and why this is a very significant move. Cameron Kelly Smith, Movies and Wrestling. Let's go. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Cameron Kelly Smith. Be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button to stay tuned on the content I produce each and every week in the world of wrestling and movie-related discussions. So last night, NXT debuted live on TV for the first time ever on USA Network, taking over Wednesday nights, 2 weeks ahead of rival AEW that will be debuting their weekly television program on Wednesday nights. Also, did this episode deliver? Yes, I think it did deliver. It was a 2-hour format, very different to what we've seen with WWE NXT before, and it was a huge challenge for them to see how they was going to be able to fill that time and make sure that, you know, for their developmental talent and the talent that are still learning the ropes and still adjusting to that TV format, if they were still going to be able to compensate for that and be able to produce a big television show and fill out the gaps, and they very much so did. So Triple H stayed true to his promise that he alluded to in that NXT has now seemed to encompass not only 205 Live, but we're also seeing some integration from the NXT UK roster in there also. I thought it was a really great start to the show. Candice LeRae, I'm just very excited to see her and Shayna Baszler. I think that's going to be a really exciting match. I think it's going to be a really good feud as well. Imperium, I don't really watch NXT UK that often, but I finally dug into NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, and I'm a big fan of Imperium, of Volta. I'm a huge fan of that. So him and Kushida, that is just electrified the wrestling world right now to see how that's going to go down. I love how Pete Dunne was there also. Leo Rush. Whoa, I did not see that coming. The fact that he made his return. I really like that they're integrating the 205 Live roster, because let's be honest, that show was dead. No one was watching it, and so having them on NXT and bringing that Cruiserweight Championship over to NXT, I think is a good way to help them fill out those 2 hours that they're going to need. Undisputed Era. They are the personification of a stable booked correctly for the first time in years. But of course, it's in NXT, so it's a bit of unfair comparison given who's running NXT, that being Triple H and not Vince McMahon and his team. But I thought that was really good that Roderick Strong became the North American champion. You completed the prophecy, completed the stable. They are all champions. Now, they are going to be obviously a big focus moving forward on NXT programming. Overall, this episode, I think, was a good episode. And it was a good, so to speak, shot fired to AEW and saying, we're here, we're not messing around. We're promising to deliver good action, good story, good pace, good everything. And I think that was good. The show wasn't great. It was good. And I think the real test is going to be once AEW debut, which I believe is October 4th or October 2nd. I think it's October 2nd when AEW debut. And that's going to be the real test that particular night, because that is when it is truly guns blazing. And let's see who's going to win and who can, really make a statement. I'm really intrigued to find out what the viewership numbers will be for NXT last night. I'm assuming that will come out in the next few days. I'm very intrigued to see what that viewership was, to see if it was significantly better than what they had on the network or not so much. I think that's going to be really telling and intriguing. But I think that for the first debut episode, it was a good shot fired, but they really still will need to up their game. As I said, I thought it was a good episode, and they did plant their flag and say, look, we're here, we're not messing about, we're rising up to the occasion that is live TV. But that necessarily won't be enough when you have such a hot product in AEW that truly is delivering at the moment, and I think will hopefully deliver on a weekly basis. So it's going to really be down to that first night when they both go head to head to see who really can produce a better night of TV and a better rating overall. However, that first night won't be telling of how the war will continue to go, because obviously these things shift all the time, especially when it comes to head-to-head ratings and whatnot. So we will see. But I think for a good episode, they did plant their flag and say that, here's our stars. We're integrating some people from the NXT UK roster and 205 Live, and that we are ready for battle. And now they've got one more week of next week by themselves on TV. Then the following week, I believe, is when they go head-to-head with AEW. So time is ticking and the war has officially begun but it is now about to get very heated in 2 weeks' time. So let me know, guys, what you thought of NXT this week and in general, Raw and SmackDown this week. I think a big talking point was Brock Lesnar going up against Kofi Kingston again on that same week, that big week where AEW is going to debut. Also, SmackDown Live moving to Fox, so that's going to be a big match there. Brock Lesnar has to win the title, in my opinion. Kofi Kingston's run is dead, finished. It needs to end. I love Kofi, but I think the chase was much more exciting than what's happened afterwards, and I think that it kind of has proved to a degree that he just isn't a WWE champion in my eyes. And so I think Brock Lesnar taking the title is good. The Fiend, Seth Rollins, let's have it. Fiend, you got to win. Let's do it. But guys, let me know what you thought about this week's TV overall and what you thought of NXT's debut last night. And if you think that what they did last night was good enough to really send a shot over to AEW to make them worried, or if you think that AEW will not be concerned at all, drop down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought. And if you like this video, give me a big fat thumbs up. Thank you very much for checking me out today, guys. Have a good day.